What's up YouTube? Welcome back to YYC-RC. Today we're going to change the shock fluid and the diff fluid in my brand new Granite Mega 665. Let's get to it. Alright, first things first. I know some of you people really enjoy this part. Let's get it over and done with. Nice and slow. Oh yeah. Alright, now that that's over with, let's go over the tools we're going to be using today. We have a 2.5 bit on-point driver and a 2-point on-point driver. I would suggest using decent tools. The tools that this comes with are good enough to get you by, but I would suggest spending a little bit of money to get quality drivers that'll save you a headache in the future. I will be using this 55 weight shock oil. It might be a little heavy, but we'll see. We're just gonna try it out. If it's no good, then we'll change it out. But this is just to show you what it's like doing this stuff, so it's not so intimidating. All right. So we're gonna start. Let's start with the rear shocks first. Pretty easy. It's just this one, and then we'll get to tearing it apart after. Alright, this is the standard Arma shock. It does the job, nothing too crazy. So to disassemble this, you pull back the spring and there'll be a relief here. It's kind of hard to focus. There'll be like a little slot here. You can always just slide this and then pull that out, and then your shock spring should come out like that. And these ones you can either take apart here, or you might be able to take it apart there as well. We'll try the top first. Yeah, okay, that's just your preload spring spacer. So that doesn't do anything except for hold on that spacer. So right here is where you're going to be taking that apart, and I'll show you with the included tool how to do that. So this is the tool that I think almost every Arma comes with. So you'll use these two here. Well, one of two anyway. So you take it and then match it up. That one's too big. Let's try this one. So you match it up here so you don't get any play, and then you just unthread it. A bit of elbow grease. $75,000 threads later. Yeah, okay. As you can, I don't know, you can't see that, but there's like it's filled to here when it should be filled to like there. So we're gonna dump this all out and let it sit for a bit, and then while that's happening, we're gonna take this one off. Alright, I just ran out and grabbed a container. This is an old gum container from my wife's vehicle. This I find are the best because you're going to throw them out anyway. They're going to hold fluid, no problem. You can close them back up. So yeah, just dump out all the fluid here. You can just let that hang out in there for a bit. That's not going to fall off. And then while that's draining, let's do this side. So what I like to do is crunch that paper towel in there for a bit. Give it a twirl. See, I don't know if you can see that. There's a little bit of dirt in there, or old plastic from manufacturing. Well, that's important to get out. And basically these ones, there's some threads in there. You probably can't see, but you'll see once you open it up. There's some threads in there, and you kind of want it just under those threads. It's okay for when you reassemble for these to puke out a little oil. That's good. That means your shock's completely full. I think I might have overfilled a little bit, but that's okay. Give that a quick wipe. Now this is a basher. It's not like a racing machine, so it's not super critical. So I like to push this plunger down almost all the way. Keep it upright, and then just thread it on here.
And we can get started. There we go.
And then push that shock head down, and you see there's a little bit of fluid coming out here. You just take your paper towel. It might be a little bit too much fluid. It's perfect, actually. Tighten it down with your hand as much as you can. Take your tool again and just snug it up. Give it a check. There's a little bit too much in there, actually. And you just need to pour out just a hair. Get some on your carpet. Shock business is a dirty business, but it's all worth it in the end. Snug that up. Cycle it. It might be, there's a touch of air in there still. I think I didn't wait long enough. Oh no, we actually had this cap fell off. That's what happened. And that's why we cycle things. Like I said, these shocks aren't great. That probably happened after we overfilled it the first time. It looks pretty good. I might add just a dab. Just the tiniest amount. See, ideally you want it to recoil a little bit. Maybe like 1/3 of the shock shaft or to a quarter or something. That's a nice shock right there. Ideally, you should wash these with like soap and water to get all the oil and dirt so dirt doesn't stick to it, but this is just for demonstration purposes. So for this, you just reverse the process. You compress this spring and you line up. There's a slot on your shock head and there's a slot in your lower spring mount, and you can let that go and then line these up and you'll hear a little click and it'll be seated. Ooh, that's pretty thick, but like I said, we're going to be sending this to the moon. Okay. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this week's episode. Stay tuned because we are going to do the front and rear diffs on this thing. Just top up the fluid, put some different viscosity weights in there, and then we'll eventually get to the electronics in this thing. Alright, that's it for now. See you next time.